I don't want to be a litter. I am very old. However, my appearance is not always the same. In fact, you may call me many-faced, if you'd like. Millions of years ago, me and my friends opened our eyes to the world you've only seen in the movies. Back then, I was one huge seaweed. But I was so cute. Back then, a lot of things were as big as me, like dinosaurs, giant lizards, trees, mosses, and such. We also had teeny tiny friends who lived with us. After a long and lonely wait, I woke up one day, but I was completely in a different shape. At first, it was hard to get used to, because I was a dense, jelly-like, always flowing form. I really wanted to see myself in the mirror. Before I went to sleep, I was such a strong plant, but now I'm probably stuck way underground waiting to be found in a liquid, weak form. I wonder, who was I? Thankfully, the wait didn't take long. One day, I woke up to an ear-screeching sound. I had no idea what was going on, but I was so scared. I could feel the dark, quiet, and happy time I was beginning to get used to was coming to an end. I didn't have to wait long in this noisy environment because suddenly I felt I was raising up, almost like erupting to a light that could blind you. And finally, I was on the surface of the earth again. I was so happy. Being back on the surface, breathing, sun, a clean atmosphere. Incredible. As I was battling with joy of being back, I started to realize that I was in a world that I haven't seen before. Everything that lived on earth has changed. A lot. Then I figured it wasn't only me that changed during the time I was asleep. It was the whole world. But first, I looked at myself. I couldn't believe what I saw. I was pitch black colored, liquid, and sticky. I think I got uglier compared to my old self. I learned that the species that get so excited when they see me and make funny noises were called humans, and that my new name was petroleum. I was now in a time where my quiet life has ended, and I was constantly being carried around, living in shaky containers for days. I started to wonder if I had an end, and when will this constant traveling will end? But it was very soon that I was going to realize that those were the better days, and the main adventure was going to start later. My long journey has ended in a refinery. A refinery is a magical place. They put me in humongous tanks and started to heat me and my friends up. With every step of this process, I melted slowly and lost some things from myself. Oh, I was changing again. I couldn't even tell you how worried I got. Can you believe that I got heated up till 600 degrees Celsius? And then I realized I was everywhere, shattered into 1,000 pieces. It was a magical, spectacular moment for me. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I became a very valuable, precious thing for humans, leading the way on various technological advances for humankind. I am the one holding the ropes in the world's economy. World shakes if my price goes high or low, and I decide everything. I was so happy. Could you imagine from being a seaweed to being the most valuable thing in the world? The technology that breaks me in pieces uses every piece of me in a different way and transforms them to a brand new product. These products are way too many, from toothpaste to diapers, cars to furnitures, and I just can't believe what I was capable of. Now, it's been almost 200 years since I first got to the surface of the earth. I started to actually look around. Guess what I saw? Me. I'm absolutely everywhere. But this time I see tons of pieces of me as waste, unused, and just tossed to the side. When I lived underground, I didn't cause any harm to the world, but somehow, in less than 200 years, new me and products being made from me managed to turn the world into a garbage bin. This beautiful earth that I lived for millions of years was getting so dirty because of me. Both on the earth and in the bottoms of the oceans, millions of pieces of me was just laying around. Oh, how much I cried. I wish I just laid where I was not harming anything. Unfortunately, I tend to hurt every living thing that comes near me. Humans were in a dilemma. They didn't know if they should love me or hate me. But my transition was still not over. Recently, I have a new name. I'm called a microplastic. This means I'm so small that you need a microscope to see me. But my effects are huge. When people throw me out, eventually I end up in their bodies after I dissolve in seas, oceans, and drinking waters. I think at this stage, I'm very harmful. I don't know if you know, but the reserves I created underground for millions of years ago are about to run out. I came into this world long before any of you, and it looks like I'll be here long after you're gone as well. But no one ever asked me what I wanted to be. I know I don't want to be a litter. I don't want to be remembered as litter. I don't want to harm the world I call home. And it's up to you to take maximum advantage of me and find technologies to reuse me again. Because many-faced me wants to live in a world where all living beings are happy and healthy.